Today in conversation with Rohit and Vikas. Welcome. Rohit and Vikas are from MNC companies working as professionals and also are representing Farm Setu today. Right. So to begin with, we all know what we eat, but do we know what we eat is good, really healthy? Alright, so in order to get to know a little better, so we have a few questions with our guests today, Vikas and Rohit, and they will let us know and how they have been in the field of promoting healthy food and healthy lifestyle and how it can also help the person who produces them. Alright, so let's get on. So what is Farm Setu all about, Vikas?
Okay, first thing is, Srini, thank you for this introduction. Right? So what is Farm Setu? That's a very, very broad question, and I think the way we would like to put it is, first thing is, know what you eat is the right thing. But the second thing is, what is the impact of what you eat on the environment? That is another thing which we all should think about. When we think about the environment, we think about the sustainability. And when we think about sustainability, what we eat, is it going with nature or is it harming the nature? What is the activity we do? How is it impacting the nature? Now that is what is prompted us to go to create this initiative called Farm Setu, where we saw that a lot of farmers who are doing sustainable farming, which is natural farming or organic farming, they do not have a market. The market is there only, or the market mechanism is there only for people who are doing chemical farming. Why? Because natural farming cannot be a monocrop culture. Natural farming is multi-crop farming, where there is currently we don't have a mechanism to market those products in an economically sustainable way for farmers. So Farm Setu, if you want me to put it in a nutshell, is sustainable agriculture in terms of sustainable ecosystem, sustainable economics for farmers, and sustainable consumption. People who are environmentally conscious, right? People who consume products with an environmental mindset, or what I would rather call it, who do not want to pollute the environment in one sense. So it's a bridge for all these people it's a platform for people to come and make the whole ecosystem sustainable in terms of environment and in terms of economics.
So if I have to put it this way, if I have my dinner plate today in front of me, how would that meal that I'm having is directly benefiting someone who's grown it on? I don't know who is the one who's grown it. And if I have to say thank you to him, how would I be able to reach out to him?
Great. So now in your dinner plate, I don't think you'll have one item, right? There'll be like 10 ingredients used on your dinner plate. Now these 10 ingredients would be invariably grown in different places, right? So Farm Setu is a platform where we are having these farmers who are forming their cooperatives and putting their products online, like it's their own brand. We are helping farmers to build their brand and market it under their brand. So when you buy products from them, you know from which farmer cooperative is coming from, where it is grown, which place, and yes, on all the products you get the farmer's phone number and the contact details. So yeah, if you want to literally thank them, yes you can, but the best thanks would be to buy directly from them, because all the money which is there on the app, which is if let's say for example tur dal is 90 rupees, then the whole of 90 rupees is fixed by the farmers and it goes completely to them.
Right.
So this is a completely not-for-profit initiative for groceries and farm produce. So all this money goes directly into their account.
Right. So this means to say that instead of buying it from a person whom I do not know where he has got it from, I'm directly reaching out to the person who's grown it and I buy it from him, but in an advance if I have to be putting it in a small thing.
Exactly. So basically what happens is whenever you book any kind of ingredients or any items from the on our platform. So it takes a while for you to reach, because once we get an order, we send it to the farmers. They process it, then the processing starts. They process it and then they package it and send it back to us, and we help in the last mile connectivity. So in that, we see that there's a minimum of 1 week which would take for you to get delivered. So that is something which people has to kind of take in and understand, that since the complete storage and everything is being maintained by the farmer itself, it would take at least 1 week of time for him to process and deliver it. So that is yes. And by the way, you were telling that was a good point which Vikas said. When you have a dinner, when you have something on the dinner plate, that is just not one ingredient. So there are a number of ingredients, and you would need to thank a number of farmers. I'm sure you will be able to thank a number of farmers with our platform and no other platform.
Right, talking about the platform, so how can you get the platform on your phones, and how is it going to reach out to different people? I mean, just a brief intro about your platform, please.
Yes, it's very simple. It's basically, we have a platform is named as Farm Setu. It's available both on the Android and the iOS platform. So you can go to the Google Play Store for Android and search Farm Setu. You can go to the iOS App Store and search for Farm Setu. You will get the app. You can install it, register it, and once you register, you can see what all items are available. So whichever is in stock, all those items would be live. You can go order it. Once you order, we would send it to the farmers, and it would take a week's time for you to get delivered. So you need to plan your order accordingly. So you just can't expect that you order it now and you get an express delivery in 1 hour. That's not how we work. It's something where we are working on a sustainability way, where we send the order, and it gets processed over the week and then comes back to you.
Right, so coming back again to the food side of it, I mean, I'm sure everyone loves to have organic food which is clean, processed and healthy,
Yes.
right? So can you let us know or bring about learning about the food, how it's being done, and which are the things that are available?
See, that's a very, it's a very broad.
So it's a generic
It's a
topic
very
that I'm putting it
generic
across to you, but how is Farm Setu able to bring about this, the concept of the farmer on the other side and the consumer on the other side? How are you bringing that bridge between the two?
Right.
With the obvious consumption product being the raw materials or millets or different pulses that we are talking about.
Correct. So what we do is we are trying to put all these farmers who are doing the natural farming and organic farming on the platform. Right. Now, how do you ensure that? As we do personal visits, we check with them, and they are already certified. So certification is the first level, and then through personal references, people do refer them to us, and then we go there, we do a visit. Once we are convinced that they're really doing organic farming, we put their products on the platform. Now, it's like in a fast city like Bangalore, right? It's not just about the groceries. Today in Bangalore, people don't even have time to cook. So a lot of these Sri Shakti groups, they're making wonderful homemade products. Now what's happening is there's a huge demand for this, but the whole problem is they cannot reach out to the end consumers directly. Now, if they have to sell it to the stalls, then the stalls have them killer margins. So what we do is, a lot of these people, they try to buy these in exhibitions, stalls and things, but if they want to buy it the second time, there's no way. Right? If they have to send it from their farm to here, the courier itself is like 100 rupees, 200 rupees a kilo. It's just, again, not sustainable. So we also put all these homemade products on the platform. Like excellent products without preservatives, and some of them are made after the order is placed.
That's a key point.
That's the very key, right? The moment, it's not like you make it, you bring it into my store and wait for somebody to come pick it up. Right? So the moment I do that, I add preservatives. So here the products are made after the order is placed. So there's no question of having preservatives.
We got to know that you are also professionals working in different organizations. So what triggered your passion towards the farming or the natural side of learning?
Okay, let me see. Almost every company, everybody are talking about environment today, right? Everybody talks about saving the environment, right? So, but some people talk about carpooling, some people talk about going in a metro, all these things only to save some carbon emissions. Right? But the biggest contributor is agriculture.
Correct.
And the biggest savings can come from natural farming. Right? Once people take up natural farming, the carbon footprint itself comes down.
Right.
But the whole point is the missing link is what is this marketing system. Like today, if somebody can grow 10 tons of one product, it is easy for him to sell it to a wholesaler.
Yes.
Right? But if I grow 10 things of 100 kilos each, it is very difficult for me to sell because nobody wants to buy from me. And that is what the farmers are, especially the people who are doing natural farming are finding it extremely difficult to sell their products at the correct price. When they go to a wholesaler, the wholesaler says, okay, your normal or chemically farmed stuff is around 100 rupees and he'll offer him a 10% premium. Now the 10% premium is like nothing. Right? It's nothing for the kind of effort these farmers have. So what they actually need, the ultimate solution to the problem is that the farmers get the retail price.